Number 8. Introduced in 1969, the Mark 8 Nagari was an iconic Australian sports car produced by Bulwell, a company founded by Campbell Bulwell. It was their first full-production sports car, produced from 1970 to 1974. The name Nagari is derived from an Australian Aboriginal word meaning flowing, which aptly captures the car's dynamic spirit. Initially, it was available either as a kit or as a fully built car with a hardtop coupe body style. The soft-top convertible variant was rarer but equally desirable. Powered by a 302 or 351 Ford V8, the Nagari delivered around 220 horsepower with 300 pound-feet of torque. The lightweight fiberglass body and a tubular steel chassis kept its weight to around 2,028 pounds, giving the Nagari an excellent power-to-weight ratio. It could achieve 0 to 60 in under 6 seconds and finish the quarter mile in 14.8 seconds. Only 118 units were built, including 100 coupes and 18 roadsters. Number 7. The Buckle Coupe is a rare and distinctive Australian sports car created by Bill Buckle in the late 1950s. Known for its unique styling and innovative use of fiberglass, the Buckle Coupe combined sleek, European-inspired lines with lightweight construction, making it a standout in Australia's automotive landscape. Produced between 1957 and 1960, only 20 units were ever built, cementing its status as a collector's gem. Powering the Buckle Sports Coupe was a 2.5-liter inline 6-cylinder engine sourced from the British Ford Zephyr, producing approximately 86 horsepower. While the power figures might seem modest, the car's lightweight fiberglass body, weighing just over 1,900 pounds, provided impressive agility and performance for its time. The Sports Coupe was also praised for its advanced suspension and handling characteristics, with independent front suspension and drum brakes on all 4 wheels. Number 6. The Geocat Group B was the brainchild of entrepreneur Paul Halstead, who envisioned an Australian-born supercar that could hold its own on the global stage. The name Geocat means toy in Italian, and this car was anything but ordinary. It was based on an Alpha Sprint body, but its beating heart was a VL Group A V8 engine, nestled amidships. This mid-engine layout promised balance and agility. The power plant was no slouch either, a Walkinshaw manipulated Holden V8, further enhanced by a custom plenum and a proprietary twin-throttle body setup. The result? A symphony of 300 horsepower in a car that weighed just over a metric ton. Imagine the thrill of that power-to-weight ratio. It could sprint to 60 in under 5 seconds and has a top speed of 160 miles per hour. Sadly, only 15 units were built before the company folded in 1989. 2 met tragic ends, one in a fiery crash at Eastern Creek Raceway in 2001, and the other colliding with trees during the 2007 Aeromill Pacific Classic Adelaide racing event. Number 5. The Iara is a unique and innovative Australian sports car developed by Bulwell in the late 1970s. Unlike the company's earlier models, the Iara was designed as a kit car for affordable, high-performance motoring. Released in 1979, the Iara took its name from the Aboriginal word for meeting place. Its unconventional, futuristic design reflected a bold departure from traditional car aesthetics. It featured a lightweight, fiberglass monocoque chassis and a wedge-shaped body designed for maximum efficiency and performance. It was powered by a 1.6-liter 4-cylinder engine sourced from the Volkswagen Golf, delivering around 74 horsepower. Though the engine output was modest, the car's exceptionally lightweight, just 1,375 pounds, allowed it to offer spirited performance. Bulwell only produced 12 units of the Iara, making it a rare and quirky piece of Australian automotive history. Number 4. The Force 7V is a rare and ambitious Australian coupe that never made it to full production. It was designed in the early 1970s by Leyland Australia, an offshoot of British Leyland, to complement the P76 sedan. Introduced in 1974, The Force 7V was a sleek, fastback three-door hatchback aimed at competing with other large Australian coupes like the Holden Monaro and Ford Falcon GT. Under the hood of the Force 7V, you'd find a 4.4-liter aluminum V8 engine based on the Rover V8, which produced around 192 horsepower. Leyland had plans for a range of P76 variants, including a base six-cylinder Force 7, the more potent V8 Force 7V, and a top-tier GT Tour de Force. Finally, only 56 prototypes were completed before Leyland decided to scrap the model due to financial difficulties and the oil crisis of the 1970s. Most of them were destined for the crusher, but only 10 escaped this fate. Number 3. The AF2 was an ambitious attempt at creating a luxury, high-performance Australian sports sedan in the early 1970s. Developed by Tony Farrell and Daryl Davies under the Ilinga brand, the AF2 aimed to compete with prestigious European marques like BMW and Mercedes. Launched in 1974, the AF2 was positioned as a luxurious grand tourer, offering advanced features and high-end craftsmanship, which was uncommon for Australian cars of the era. Under its hood, it was powered by a 4.4-liter V8 engine borrowed from Leyland P76, making 220 horsepower. Its body was constructed from lightweight materials, with attention to both performance and comfort, including plush interiors and power-assisted features, which were ahead of their time. Despite its potential, the Ilinga AF2 was plagued by production issues and the mid-1970s economic downturn, which hampered demand for luxury vehicles. Only 2 prototypes were ever built before the project was cancelled. Number 2. The Jos JT1 emerged from the creative minds at Jos Developments, a company founded by technical director Matthew Thomas. Back in 2004, they unveiled the JT1 as a test prototype. This sleek sports car made its debut at the Melbourne, Adelaide, and Sydney motor shows, garnering critical acclaim. The JT1 is powered by a 6.8-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine, which produces 440 horsepower and a hefty 420 pound-feet of torque. With a body made from carbon fiber composites, the car weighs just 2,072 pounds, resulting in a remarkable power-to-weight ratio. This allows the Jos JT1 to sprint to 62 in just 3 seconds and finish the quarter mile in 11.9 seconds at 130 miles per hour. Despite its impressive specs and local enthusiasm, the Jos JT1 faced funding challenges that prevented it from entering full production. Only a prototype was built, but the car remains a symbol of Australia's potential in the supercar realm. Number 1. The Morella 230TS emerged from the creative mind of Dr. Michael Clancy, a Melbourne-based GP with an insatiable passion for cars. Unlike typical concept cars that remain static, the Morella was no mere styling exercise. It was a fully functional, road-ready marvel. First unveiled in the November 1983 issue of Wheels magazine, the Morella stunned onlookers with its futuristic design. The project took 3 years and was carried out in a workshop the size of a double garage. Clancy had no intention of building any more cars. This was the only one. He had done what he set out to do, build what was probably the finest car of its kind ever produced in Australia.